So I'm coming up on my YouTube anniversary. So I've actually been on YouTube for like a while, but I committed to doing YouTube right after Atlanta Pet Fair last year. And we're coming up Atlanta Pet Fair. I'm going to be leaving to go down there a week from today. So I've been wanting to make this video about like how much things have changed since last year, because holy shit, what a year. And it's it's funny because June called it. I have to say he was the first one that called it, because he was the first one that like really knew me, like before any of you guys. Honestly, a lot of you guys, Grace, you even too have said that you came from June. So June, I have to thank you for this year, really, because it's all thanks to you. Because if you hadn't given me that push that I needed and given me that confidence, then I wouldn't be making this video right now, and I certainly wouldn't be where I'm at right now with the van being built and all of that. So thank you, because you started all of this. So I want to go back to Atlanta last year and let's like talk about what happened. So where I was at when I went to Atlanta last year, I was not happy with the place I was working. I had decided that I wanted to start my own business, but I didn't know anything about it. I was very new to the whole thing. I was experienced enough as a groomer that I had confidence in my grooming ability to go out on my own, but I didn't know anything about business. So I also was really interested in social media. I'd been doing some stuff on Instagram. I had started like getting, like people were starting to notice me. That's when I met Delise from Bartle Bows. I started using Bartle Bows, tagging them. So I started getting acknowledged by them. I had some acknowledgement from Wall and Andis. I'd kind of like spoken to them a little bit. So like, you know, it was like I was starting to like make a small ripple. We won't even call it a wave. It was a slight ripple in the waters. Like, so I was like getting out there. I really, really, really wanted to go on YouTube, but I was also very scared to do so. And I'd like uploaded some videos and deleted them and uploaded them and deleted them and all that. Went back and forth like that for a while. Would never keep anything up. And I went to the Atlanta Pet Fair last year because I love to learn, and it's the closest thing to me. So, you know, I went in like, cool, like I'm gonna learn a bunch of shit. This was my first time going by myself. My boyfriend was with me, like he came to Atlanta, but I didn't pay for him to get into this trade show because it was like, I wasn't gonna pay for him to go to all the classes with me because it was already expensive enough going by myself. So basically I was walking around the trade show by myself. Nobody knew who I was other than Delise from Bartle Bows, and well, June didn't even know who I was then. I was just a follower of his. So I went for the first couple days of the trade show. It's actually not bad, by the way. I just want to touch on that real quick because I know, like, when I went to the trade show by myself, like, I was not the only one, and I really wanted to just touch on that for a second. So, like, if you are going by yourself, you can't find any groomers to go with you, which was the boat I was in. I just wanted, like, one of my grooming friends to go, but it's just hard to get people to go. So if you go by yourself, don't worry. Like, when you look around, you'll notice a lot of people go by themselves because they just don't know anybody in their area that wants to pay the money. You know, that's how it is for me, is like, as soon as you start telling people how much it costs to go to these conventions, like, people are like out. So anyway, I couldn't find anybody to go with, so I was still having a great time. And June at first had said like he was not going to go to Atlanta. And then I was like watching his videos every day, and I ended up seeing that he was going to be there. So it was like one of the days of the trade show. I don't remember exactly what day it was. I feel like I had been there for a few days before he came, so I want to say it was like that Saturday or something. And I would like search the whole trade show for him. He was actually there the year before too, and I looked for him. I didn't see him, so I didn't meet him the first year that I went to Atlanta. But the second year, I was really determined. I was like, I really want to meet him. So I was walking around the sales floor for a while. I'd taken all my classes for the day, and I was about to leave the convention center for the day. And as I'm walking out, there's June. He's talking to a couple people, and I was like, holy shit, like, I gotta go say hi. So he like finished talking. I was like awkwardly standing there, as I do. If you ever encounter me in person, you will notice I tend to be pretty awkward. So standing there like a fucking weirdo, he like looks at me, and I was like, hi, I watch your videos. And we started talking about YouTube, and I said, like, you know, I really want to get on YouTube, but I'm really afraid of how mean people will be. And he was like, you know, honestly, he's like, I understand that, but he was like, their comments say more about them than it does about you. And I thought about that, like, really long and hard, and I was like, you know what, he's right. Because, like, I just think about, like, the headspace that you'd have to be in to go on somebody's video and leave a mean comment. Because even if I watch a video I don't like or don't agree with, I'm not going to go leave them a mean comment and be like, I hate you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hate how you look, or whatever people say. But what really did it was he was like, because I'd said I'd like already started a YouTube, and I had like posted a couple vlogs like while I was in Atlanta, but I'd said I'd like started it, and then he was like, I'm gonna go follow you, and I was like, oh shit, I better put up some videos. So he was like, no, I'm gonna go follow you gotta do it, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay. So then I felt like I had to put up videos, so I was like, all right, well, I'm all in now. And Delise said the same thing. Delise was like, you know, we've kind of thought about you know, potentially doing some influencers down the road, and, you know, if you're doing like YouTube, maybe we'll keep an eye on you, kind of thing. So I went on, I was, you know, doing all my Bard Elbows things. I never did become an influencer with them. They do influencers now. I guess I didn't make the cut, but either way, I've gotten to do a lot of other cool things, so that's just fine with me. So after Atlanta Pet Fair, I started posting some hauls. I started doing videos, and also I want to say another thing that June said, and that's what I actually meant to touch on this, was that he was like, you have it. He's like, I can see it in your eyes, like, you have it. And I was like, I honestly at that point didn't really know what he meant, but like now I get it, because I see it in other people, like when they have it and they're so passionate about something. And he literally said, he was like, remember me when you're famous. And I'm not famous right now, by the way, but I also had like a big year. So me compared to what I was last year I had like, I think when I talked to June at Atlanta, I think I remember telling him I had about 70 subscribers, because like I said, I'd done it on and off for a while, but I'd done all kinds of videos, not grooming. I'd done like story times. I thought I wanted to do a beauty YouTube for a while, so my followers were all random people, like it was not dog grooming people that were following me. So anyway, after Atlanta, June started sharing my videos for me. He helped me gain a lot of followers really quick, or subscribers, I guess, on YouTube. And he really, like, out of anybody in this entire industry has promoted me and stood behind me over anybody else. So flat out. And like, I'm just gonna say this because I know there probably are people watching that might not like June, especially like he's burned some bridges in the industry, but like, I'm always gonna have his back because he's supported me more than anybody. And even like everything that I have personally seen June do, he does with the best intentions at heart. And as I mentioned earlier, I 1000% have him to thank for where I'm at right now, and I would not be the person I am today if I had not met June last year in Atlanta. So I think he deserves a shitload of credit. I think he's an amazing groomer, and I think I've said this before, but I think June as the philosopher of groomers, he teaches such good life lessons. I learn so much every time I watch one of his videos. So, June, you're my buddy, dude. I love you. Like, seriously, I can't wait to see you in Atlanta. Even though you're not coming to the pet fair, dude. What the fuck? I get it, but like, I'd love to see you at Atlanta, I'm just saying. But, yeah, don't worry. I will meet up with June. I'll make him do a video. We'll figure something out. We've talked about this. So anyway, and then after Atlanta, him and Amy Go Groomer, they really like promoted me a lot, and it really helped me to start getting my feet off of the ground, and it helped me to start getting some really loyal followers. Like, oh my god, why can't I think of your handle right now? Amateur Superfan. He's been around for a while. Grace Mariposa, she's been around since the very beginning. There's like Mary Sims Loves to Draw or something. She was one of my originals. I still see her watching my Instagram stories, so I know she still kind of sticks around. Like, just some of my core followers who have been like my biggest supporters and my biggest cheerleaders and kept me going, mainly came from June and Amy. So I really have them to thank for where I'm at right now. Delise also has done her part. She has put in a good word for me with some of the higher ups in the industry. And, you know, if you've seen my Hershey Changed My Life video, that's when things, like, really hit the fan. Like, it was kind of crazy because, like, you know, after, like I said, after Atlanta, June, and Amy really helped me out. And then I got a message from somebody that basically they offered to pay for me to go to Hershey. So because of that, I was able to go to Hershey this year, which honestly, like, that really, like, Atlanta was like the start, and then Hershey, like, really blew it up. And that's why I'm really almost, I don't know if anxious is the word. I'm like, I've got, like, butterflies in my stomach thinking about, like, what this trade show could hold, because it's like every time I go to a trade show, it's almost like something big happens after. So it's crazy. And that's also why I want to make this video, because it's like, wow, like, this has been a crazy fucking year. Because, like, this year, last time this year, what am I saying? This time last year, that's what I was trying to say. Hello. I was trying to buy a house. I was living with my boyfriend's parents. I was miserable. I just wanted my own place. So all I wanted was to buy a house and open my business in my house. That didn't work out. In case you're new to my videos and you haven't seen, I originally wanted to open up a building in my garage. Found out I was not in an area where I could be zoned for it. Yes, you can typically fight zoning, but not in my case, because I live in old school Williamston, and basically the zoning board told me they would not even consider it. So that was out of the picture, which brought me back to square one, because actually, basically, square one was when my stepdad died, I got money. I wanted to invest that money into a mobile grooming van. My financial advisor told me that that was a bad idea. He told me to buy a house that I could groom out of. I bought the house. I could not groom out of it. So then I was back to square one of, I want to buy this van. And I didn't think it was going to happen, and after a long fucking fight, it is happening right now. They're literally probably building my van as we speak. Yeah, it's midday on a Wednesday. I'm sure they're at the shop right now. My van's probably in the assembly line somewhere getting built. So, it's been a crazy year. Like, I went from being too scared to post my first video to being on Groomer TV, which is one of the first places I ever watched grooming videos on, of Suzeko. She is the first groomer that I encountered that I really looked up to. Oh, and I also want to say, the way I found June was I was trying to find, because in my area I was getting a lot of aggressive dogs, and I wanted to make sure I knew how to handle them, and I was having a hard time finding videos on how to handle aggressive dogs, and that's how I found June. I really like his patience with the dogs, and like the way he handles them is so gentle. It reminds me a lot of Kenichi too, or yeah, Kenichi Nagasaki. How do you say his name? I hate to pronounce people's names wrong, and I know that's not how you say it, because I heard somebody say it at the Pasadena Groom Show a couple weeks ago, and I was like, that's not how they say it. I can't remember. I think Kenichi is right, but I think I'm saying the last name wrong. I can't remember. Either way, but I really admire his grooming too. But yeah, it's been a crazy year. I got to go to, like I said, Hershey for free. I ended up going to one of Blake's Foxify weekends. That was crazy. I'd never been to a grooming retreat before. So that was a new experience. I met Todd Shelley, who's the president of Barkley. I ended up meeting Jay Scruggs. I met Suzeko, but I don't know if Suzeko really knows who I am or not. Like, Jay, like, ended up, so that was, and I've talked about this, I'm pretty sure I talked about it in my How Hershey Changed My Life video, which is like one of my most embarrassing videos I've ever put up about myself. And the more I talk about it like that, the more people are going to go back and watch it, so I'm really shooting myself in the foot by bringing it up. But, I had mentioned meeting him in the video, and then, he ended up messaging me later. Like, he's cool as fuck. I love Jay. But it's just wild. Angela Cumpy, Lori Craig, Lori Craig's cool as fuck too. Don't get me wrong, but I haven't really talked to her, so I'm not going to add that to the list of the people I've talked to. Adrienne Pope is who I meant. And she's a South Carolina groomer, which I'm in South Carolina, in case you didn't know where it was. And she's a creative groomer, so I think Adrienne's cool as fuck. I would love to go learn from her one day. I don't know. But I've like talked to all of these people enough that if I saw them at a trade show, I could just like wave and be like, what's up? And they would know who I am. And that's like absolutely unreal. It's unreal to me. Like I said, Suzeko is the only one that I'm like, she probably doesn't really know who I am. But, I remember my first Atlanta trade show when I walked in. I was like walking around and I walked up and saw somebody doing a demo, and I looked and it was Suzeko, and she's like so tiny and cute, and she was working on a poodle, and I was like in awe. Like, I was so excited. I was like, holy shit, this is everything. And from that moment on, I was hooked on grooming. So Suzeko brought me, she sucked me into it. She's just like, the way that she grooms, and it's another one, like, she's so gentle, and there's like something so like magical. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, when you see like a magical groomer, you're like, this is like just like magic. Like, it just like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like, it's like an art. And it, like, when the right people are doing it, you can tell it's like an art. And you're like, wow, this is incredible. So, yeah. It's been a crazy year. And then now I'm going into the trade show this year, whereas last year I went in, nobody knew who I was. This year, I know a lot of people, probably more people than I can even remember. Yeah. It's wild. It's surreal. I'll never be able to wrap my head around it. And it also gets me like, what is this video going to be like next year? Because I have some big goals on my list for this year. Like, big goals that, like, I mean, when I wrote my resolutions for this year, I was not playing. I pushed myself really hard to reach goals, and I've achieved the things that I've reached for, and now I'm, like, upping the game. I'm like, okay, well, if I could achieve these things I thought were impossible, then I can do bigger things than that, is the way I've been looking at it. So I'm sure next year's video is going to be even crazier than this year's video, which this one's like surreal to me. Like, I'm like, wow, I went in last year to Atlanta and literally nobody knew who I was. Nobody. And here we go. This year it's going to be completely different. I work with Hydra now. Like, I didn't work with anybody before. I was using Hydra last year, giving them all the shout outs, and I didn't get shit for it. I don't get shit for, like, really anything I do. I don't get paid to make these videos, by the way, in case you were wondering. I don't get paid to do these videos. I don't get paid from Hydra. I just get new products that come out, in case you're curious about, like, what PR is. PR is just basically, like, makeup PR. Like, that's, you know, the makeup people, they all get the PR box. Like, you know, Jeffree Star, if he's got a new collection, he sends out a PR box and it's got all the products in it. It's because they want you to review all the products or whatever, and they're not going to benefit if you have to buy it all right out, you know? Like, because you're probably not going to buy everything and whatever, and, you know, they want you to talk about all of it. So anyway, that's kind of what PR is like, but it varies per brand. And then there's like affiliates and stuff. Just be careful on affiliates, because sometimes companies ask, actually not sometimes, most times when somebody wants you to be an affiliate, they gain more out of the relationship than you do. If somebody's asking you to be an affiliate, I'm just going to be flat out, just because I'm not here to help like companies necessarily. I mean, I am, like, I promote their stuff when I like it, but at the end of the day, I'm doing this for you guys. So if somebody is reaching out and they're like offering you a deal that sounds really good, they're probably benefiting more out of it than you are, and that's fine, but just make sure that the relationship is beneficial to you. Like, a new thing that I've been noticing is, like, these people, they reach out and they want, like, scheduled posts, like a couple times a week you've got to post, or once a week, or even if it's once a month. Like, I don't personally like to commit to that. I like to post when I'm going to post, and if I'm going to, like, honestly, if I like your shit enough, I'll post it every day. So just make good shit and I'll promote it. That's kind of where I'm at with it. So, like, I don't really do much affiliate stuff. I work with Fresh Groom as an affiliate, but that's it. And I work with Hydra. Yeah, that's it. I've dropped out of a few things because I didn't have the time to commit. Like, I know I told you guys a few months ago that I was working with Groomer Society, so basically I didn't have the time to commit. I wasn't having the time to actually watch their videos whenever they do a seminar, so I left that. But I'm not saying that I don't like what they're doing. I didn't have time to watch the seminar, so I was like, I'm not going to promote something that I didn't even watch. So that's kind of where I stand on that. So lots have changed in a year. Because that's another thing, actually, this is kind of an important thing to touch on, because that's a bold move. Like, that's a big step for me. Because when I started doing this, that's all I wanted to do was PR. I was like, I want to get shit sent to me for free. I want to be like the beauty YouTubers and blah, blah, blah. Well, I figured out in the grooming industry, they're just not there yet. It's not like the beauty industry where, you know, they just can afford to send out shitloads of stuff and you just try it and say whatever you want about it. A lot of these companies, like, if you're gonna work with, I'm just giving an example, like, I'm not saying this is exactly how it works, but, like, if you're working with Andis, it's pretty safe to say they're not going to want you using and promoting Wall. You know what I mean? If you're one of their ambassadors or whatever and they're sending you free shit, it limits you as to what you can say, and that's why I've stepped away and decided, like, you know what, I don't want to do that. If I want to promote something, I'm going to promote it authentically. I'd rather, personally, at this point, I would rather spend my own money and review it in 100% honesty, because it is, like, I don't care who you are, it's harder to give a product a bad review when somebody sent it to you to be nice, you know? I mean, it's hard. And even, like I've given things bad reviews. Like, my absorber towel review was not fantastic for them, and honestly, they took it really well, but, you know, I don't, like, and if anybody ever messages me and basically says I have to give them a positive review or anything like that in order to get their product, I'm like, no, I will give you, if you want to send me something, I will try it and review it honestly, but at this point, like I said, the grooming industries, it's just not there yet. They don't do that. If they send you something, they want a good review, and I'm like, well, I'll buy it with my own money and I'll review it honestly. So that's kind of where I'm at on that, but it's interesting to me, and the reason I wanted to touch on that is because if you would have asked me that a year ago, I would have given you a very different answer, because I just wanted to get the stuff for free. And then once I realized the responsibility that I have to you guys, it kind of changed my opinion on that. And I also didn't realize that they would not demand, I don't want to say demand, but they expect a good review when they send something. Or, like, sometimes they'll say, like, oh, you can give feedback, but I think they more so mean, like, to them directly. Like, they're not saying, like, give me, like, they basically, nobody in the grooming industry is going to send you something and be, like, flat out just, like, cool. Like, if you're like, no, that sucks, you know, a lot of companies won't. And it's one thing, like, with Fresh Groom, for example, I've tested stuff for them, and they ask for my honest feedback, because it's not something they've released yet. So that's different. If they're asking you to test the product and give honest feedback on what you like and don't like, that's completely different. But basically, I just wanted to address that because, like I said, that's a very big shift for me, that I went from being like, you know what, I want anything free that people will send to me, like, I'll give anybody reviews and blah, blah, blah. And then I realized, like, if people are sending me shit, they want, like, a good review, and it's like, but if they send me a bad product, I'm either, like, I mean, to be nice, I can just not review it. If I don't like it, I can just not say anything about it, because you guys are smart. You notice when I don't use shit. You guys are really good at it, actually. You always point out if I don't use a certain brand, and it always gets me, because, like, you always point out the ones I don't use for a specific reason, so it's very interesting. You guys are smart. So anyway, I don't have to, like, give a bad review. I'd rather just not review it. But if you're expecting a positive review from me, that's where I have an issue. If I don't like it, I want to have the ability to say that, and if I'm not allowed to, then I'm not interested in working with you. But anyway, like I said, affiliates are not what I thought they were going to be. I personally just like to do PR. Send me some shit, I'll talk about it, good or bad, really, because, like I said, Hydra does not expect me to blow smoke up their ass. They don't. And I don't. And, like, you know, the products that you might be amazed to find this out, but there are products by Hydra that I don't like, and you just don't see me talking about them. I'm not going to sit here and bash them, because I love Hydra as a whole. I don't have to sit there and, like, dog their products, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I like a product that I don't, so I just don't talk about it, and they're cool with that. They're never like, hey, why aren't you using this product, you know, and if they did, then I'd be like, well, I don't like it, so I'm not going to promote it, you know, so anyway, I think the transparency with you guys is a lot more important than getting shit for free. I really don't care to get anything for free at this point. It's honestly easier on me when I don't get shit for free, because then I don't feel bad when I give them a bad review. If I've paid money for something and it sucks, you best believe I'm going to give you a bad review. Like, no way. I'm sorry. Once I've invested my own money into it, then it's a whole different conversation. And if you've seen my nature specialty video, then you probably already know that. So, anyway, yeah. It's been a crazy freaking year. This conversation was all over the place, as these car ride vlogs typically are. But I thought that it would be appropriate for, our year back review to go back to our roots, which was car videos. So it is what it is. I'm on the way to pick my sister up. I'm almost to her school, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off, stop blabbing. Throat's starting to get sore because I've been blabbing for 25 minutes straight, and this is the second video I've uploaded today. Or not uploaded, that I recorded today, so I've been talking probably for a good hour by this point, with like no breaths and no taking a drink. So yeah, sounds like a typical Wednesday for me. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where this next year goes. You guys are incredible for always supporting me. Sometimes I feel like my videos suck and are so boring, and I ask myself how I have any followers, but you guys seem to like me, and I really appreciate that, because I need that. I have almost stopped doing this so many times, and you guys don't even know it, but you guys are the only reason I keep doing it. There was a moment that I actually stopped making videos for a good month, and I started getting a bunch of comments and messages that were like, I miss your videos, I wish you'd make more videos. And that's the reason I still do it, because there was a moment where I was like, you know what, I get before Hershey, I would get 20 views per video, and I was like, who even cares? But you know what, if those 20 people care, then I care. And I didn't have thousands of people reaching out whenever I stopped making videos. It was maybe even 10 people. But the fact that those 10 people wanted to see my videos made it worth it to me to keep making them. So that's what I'm here for. If I help, honestly, at this point, if I help one person to change their life, which I know I've done a lot more than that, then I'm doing something right, I think. So anyway, thank you guys for helping me get to this point, because again, it would not have happened if you guys weren't here and so supportive of me. So I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys, and thank you for the last year and for all the years to come. I'm sure, going to be a wild ride. I know the mobile grooming videos are going to completely change everything. It's going to be a whole different feel after we get the mobile grooming ban, but I'm so excited about it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a good change, but I know it's going to be a change. And I expect things to kind of blow up after the van. I think the van's just going to change a lot of things in a lot of aspects of my life. So I'm really thankful for that. I'm thankful for all of you that have helped me. June, I'm super thankful for you. I hope you're watching this. Because, I can thank you for all of this, because it would not have happened without you. So anyway, yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for being awesome. I've said it already 4 times, you get it, but yeah, I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, love you, bye.